Okay, folks, you are looking live on tape delay. We have an unboxing video here tonight. And Mike, what game do you have here?
I have a game called High Leverage Baseball by Steve Shore, who I believe is coming to Digital to Dice. He was at the IndieCon. I did not get a chance to sit down and play the game with him out there, but had I known, I would have had him deliver the game to my house. It came 2 days after I got back from IndieCon, so I've taken a quick look. So this is an unofficial opening here.
All right, but it's my official
right.
looking at. All right, so let me take a look at the cover here. So it's a nice sleek black box. High Leverage Baseball. Okay. All right, let's see what's in here.
All right.
All righty. So what do you got?
Well, we've got 3 D10 red, white, and blue die, and a single 6-sided die, black.
Okay.
And again, I have not done anything with this game since I've come back from Indy. And hopefully in the next few days I can kind of get into it. A nice little dice bag, once you take them out of the plastic bag.
Okay. I got some charts.
Some charts. This is the normal hit base running chart. I'm not sure.
Looks like they're laminated, huh?
Yeah, these came laminated.
Okay.
And on
back.
On the other side is an out chart.
Okay.
And we will be looking at that as we get involved. Then this is, I believe, just to put your cards on.
Okay.
You know, your pitchers and then your batters down here.
Okay.
And
score sheets.
Score sheets down here. Really just for batters. I don't see anything for the pitchers.
The bottom, maybe?
I guess maybe you could just write in pitching things here.
Okay.
But it goes to 13 innings, which is nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I always go 13 innings.
Yes, you do.
Tonight.
You do. Especially when you want a 20-minute game that
Yeah,
turns
exactly.
into 1 hour. And then we open up the High Leverage Baseball Rules and Charts book.
No, that's kind of neat. That looks like it's pretty thick too, right?
Yeah. Introductory page from Steve Shore, Tabletop Legends Company. He kind of explains how he started going through this, and I believe he mentioned something about in the early mechanics, the game was taking 90 minutes to play, which he thought was way too long, and he's condensed it down. And I think it's comparable to some of the other games that you can probably play in 35, 40 minutes, less than that, once you become comfortable with it.
All right.
And
so this is basically the rule book.
Table of contents,
Yeah. Okay.
77 pages.
We'll flip through that. Let's go through them all.
Yeah, no, but there's, introduction on how to play, and we'll show the cards in a little bit. Batter fatigue, pitcher fatigue, injuries, automatic stealing charts. Just a lot of charts. We've seen the base advancement chart, normal base running, rare play chart, errors, range checks, error checks, and ballpark checks.
Okay, so that's a pretty thick book.
Yep.
Just do a quick thumb through,
Here's there's a quick how to play stuff. It's got
some color.
Color
nice.
and charts.
Nice.
And kind of explains where, there are some calculations you have to make, but they seem to be pretty quick on the fly, so they should come pretty easily. There's a lot of
how to play,
additional
notes.
Yeah. I know when you see a big rule book, I know people tend to go, that's it. But I think this is one of those ones where you're going to be able to kind of flip through as you're learning the game, go through quickly. It's not really as complicated as it can be. I kind of like the auto stealing, kind of looked at it real quickly, because I always find myself, unlike you, Dave, wanting to do a suicide squeeze in the first inning.
Yeah, I got yelled at earlier trying to suicide squeeze.
With
in the
Sal
first
Bando
inning.
at the plate.
And then he
struck out.
Yeah,
He said, I should
yeah. So, all right, so there's some charts and stuff here.
Batter fatigue, which is interesting.
Batter fatigue.
Which is interesting. I did a little bit of the reading about it, and it makes sense. It's something you don't see in other games. It's always pitcher fatigue.
Yeah.
But batters do, believe it or not.
Yeah, so that's kind of neat. So
Injuries.
it's a big, thick rule book here.
Yeah. Pitcher,
Are there more charts there as you go through that? Or is
Let's
this
go
kind of all
through
instructions?
injury results, shot if you're
results,
playing, base running
results.
shots, catcher injury.
Looks
Each
like pretty thorough.
catcher injury results. So any injury that pertains to a catcher. You sacrifice bunt. Let's see if there's a squeeze play. Oh,
Squeeze
Dave's
result.
gonna love
Yeah.
page 31.
31 is my page, yep.
That's his page. Base stealing charts. The old double steal.
There you go.
There you go, Dave. Hey,
So that's a pretty thick book.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the cards.
All right. It goes all the way through errors, and then all the way to I think that
Yeah.
the last page is ballpark charts. And they have each
Wow.
chart.
So this is pretty thorough. Yeah,
Yes.
this rule book it's a lot of pages, but it looks like it's just thorough.
And it's laid out well. There's like you said, a lot of white space. It's not all bunched up, so you can kind of go through,
Find what you need.
find what you need. Now the cards, I have not opened up. That came in a separate package. It just didn't fit in the normal box. And as you can see, we are still in the shrink wrap.
Ooh,
You can
there
see
we
the
go.
size of these cards.
These cards right here. So this is
Josh Naylor, first baseman from Cleveland.
2024
Who
stats.
this is the only season they have is 2024 at this point. And Josh Naylor now is out in, I believe, Arizona.
Wow, so
He
those
got
cards
traded.
So those cards are big. They're like almost like a season ticket baseball size. I would
Yeah.
say. They're bigger than
Yeah.
APA.
Well, I'm not losing all the cards. I'd like to see. Let's see if I can find a pitcher's card. I don't have the guns that Keith Berglund has. Could be a problem.
All right.
Oh, and then they're shrink wrapped again.
Right here. Double shrink.
Double shrink.
Are they by division, maybe?
Yeah, I was looking to see if there was a picture on top to compare a pitcher's card. Basically, because he's using the 3D10s, it's 0. It's 1 to 000. Any rolls between, I believe, 500 and up, 501 and up, go to 500 to 000, come off the batter's card.
Okay.
And then you refer to over here. The pitcher's cards are, I believe, 1 to 499 or 500. Let's just if I can get one of these open. And you're bouncing it. You're always looking either at a pitcher's card or the batter's card right off the bat. Oof.
Here we go. Cracking open.
Cracking
New
it
set.
open.
No sound like that.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And I'm not sure how many players are carded for each card. Yeah, there's a relief pitcher for Cleveland. As you can see, his rolls start from 1 and go up to 500. So when you're rolling those 3D10s, the first roll is going to tell you you're either going to the pitcher's card or the batter's card.
Nice.
And then going on further into the.
Alrighty.
As you can
Can
see.
we expect to see some gameplay on your channel?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and play some games by myself, and when I feel comfortable, I definitely would
All right.
put them on. I like the size of the cards.
Yeah, I
think
do
that's-
too.
I think that's really a nice quality. And it looks like he's taken a lot of, he's calling it high leverage baseball, so he's taking a lot of different things into account. And again, everybody's going to have their own opinion. They're going to say, well, that's too much or it's not enough.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and he's
like
supposed
I
to be-
do
yeah.
is I play the games, and you may modify it a little bit from the way it's written, but if you're having fun with it,
Yeah.
that's what you go with.
Yeah, and he's supposed to come to the Digital to Dice Con,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
hopefully he'll be here showing off his game and showing everybody how to play it.
Yeah, I felt bad. I just didn't get around to seeing him in Indianapolis or Indianapolis. I would have liked to have sat down for an inning to play, but
Well,
that will be the goal
Yep.
this time around.
Yeah, in a few weeks, hopefully we'll.
Yep.
All right, so there's high leverage baseball unboxing
Yep.
with Mike here.
Yeah, and it's again, that's from what's the name of the company? Tabletop Legends Company. I think if you do a Facebook search or whatever, you'll find it. And again, it's just the 2024 season, which I know a lot of people don't like modern seasons, but 2024 was a pretty exciting season in Major League Baseball. You had Ohtani, you had Judge, you had some great teams, some great races, and I'm looking forward to doing a current
Well,
baseball
all right
league.
then. All right, so
That's
there it
that.
is, high leverage baseball.